Okay, should I start?
Yeah.
I can't believe this is happening.
Yeah. And you can express yourself, talk loud, it's fine.
Hello my beautiful friends, it's Mimi here today and I can't even believe this is happening. I might get emotional right now, but today is a very exciting day because today I'll be announcing something very exciting, and it is the launch of the book that I've been talking to you guys about, the book that I've been working on for the last few years, The Bingo Theory. I've mentioned this in my vlogs before, so many of you are familiar with it already. And the Bingo Theory basically is a revolutionary guide on love, life and relationships, and I actually launched this about I'd say a little over a month ago. We launched it on Amazon. It was the first time we did it with Amazon, and Alex and I still have a lot to learn about it. So the whole process took a little longer, and we just wanted to make sure that it is available worldwide before we talk about it to you guys. So now it is available from US to Italy to Australia to UK. It's available everywhere in a physical form like this. Fresh book, it smells so good. You know, the smell of fresh books. It's available in a physical form and it's also available on Kindle. Honestly, holding this in my hands, I can't even believe it, because like you guys know, you've seen it in my vlogs, it's been a very long process. I've never written a book from start to finish like with this one, and you know, so much thought, so much research, so much work went into it. Not only mine, but also with the help of so many of my friends whose stories are also in this book, that it just feels extremely surreal to be holding this in my hand right now, sitting here and talking to you guys about it. So yeah, I'm just really excited. Well, this is one announcement that I'm making, but I'm also gonna be making another very exciting announcement at the end of this video, which is exciting giveaway, so make sure to watch the whole video until the very end so you don't miss that. But basically, I just want to share with you guys why I even wrote this book, because I've never done sort of an in-depth video on what even pushed me to write this book in the first place. The idea came to me many years ago. I guess the main idea came to me when Alex and I started dating. Of course, after the initial process of Alex sort of going after me in the relationship, me turning him down once, twice, 3 times, Alex not giving up and persisting. And you'll learn actually more about our relationship in this book. It sort of goes into detail on that. But once Alex and I actually started dating, we realized how well we are compatible with each other and how easy and effortless our relationship is. And many of my friends and family would comment on that, and a lot of my friends would say, especially the girls, they'd be like, oh, I want to have my own Alex. And it was funny to me because I already knew even then, before I was conscious of the Bingo Theory, that I'll explain in a minute, that Alex is great, but Alex is not for everyone. Alex works for me because of me, the way that I am. But every person has a special person that works for their dynamic and their character and their personality. And the more people commented on our relationship and asked me, how is it that Alex and I get along so well, have such an effortless dynamic, that we work together. We basically spend 24 hours together, guys. We work together. We do everything together. And we even joke that, you know, we've been together for, gosh, how long has it been? We've been married for over 6 years, together for probably like 8-9 years. But in reality, because we spend 24/7 together, we've been together like 60 years. Maybe not 60, but at least 30-40. If you just look at the time that we spent together. Because like I said, we're together every single day. Once a year, we'll take a trip away from each other, or like I'll go to a meditation retreat, or we'll do something separately. But other than that, it's full on relationship, work, everything. And we work so well together. So anyways, the reason I'm going into these details is because I want to explain that it fascinated me, because I wanted to understand what it is that makes our relationship well together, so I can share with others so they can also have this amazing, respectful, loving, compassionate, romantic relationship in their life as well. And I knew that in order for me to share this, I needed to understand what it is that it makes our relationship tick and work the way it is. So that was the first step, is just starting to observe our relationship and our dynamic and how it works. And then the second step was just me talking to a lot of my single friends, because a few years ago, especially at that age, you know, I was in my later 20s. I had a lot of friends who were later 20s and early 30s. A lot of them were single. A lot of them still are single, and they're dating. So they would always tell me their stories on dating, and I'd give them my relationship advice. And the more I talk to my friends, I realized that sometimes you might meet the perfect person, but for some reason it just doesn't work. So there has to be some kind of chemistry, some kind of spark that makes the relationship relationship tick and work together. That was sort of the spark when I was having this conversation with my friend. She was dating somebody and the guy was super perfect, but for some reason she's like, I feel like he's my brother, it's not working out, I don't know what it is. And the more we talked about it, we realized that her and him are very similar. And I'll explain what I mean by similar. In society, we all get labeled. Society makes us very black and white. You're a man, you're a woman, or this is what you do and this is how you live. But in reality, it's not really black and white. We all have many different aspects of character. And one thing that, if you look at traditional society, that we still get labeled as, if you're a woman, you're considered feminine, and if you're a man, you're considered masculine. But in reality, it is not the truth. You are a human being having a human experience here on planet Earth, regardless of whether you're a man or a woman. You have a left brain and a right brain, sort of the yin and the yang. You have the logical side of yourself and you have the creative side of yourself. So the masculine side, and I talk about it, that's basically the premises of the book, is that there's two energies that play in the world and in all of us, and that is the masculine energy and the feminine energy. And traditionally, like I said, we all thought that men are masculine, women are feminine, but this book talks about the fact that we're all both. Neither one of us is just masculine and neither one of us is just feminine. In reality, we're all both, and you could be a woman actually with a stronger masculine energy, and you could be a man with a stronger feminine energy. And that is very exciting, because once you understand what your strength energy is, whether it's masculine energy or it's the feminine energy, you understand that it is your superpower, and that's actually what comes easy to you and effortless to you. And then you can work on balancing the energy that's the weaker energy in you. So for example, if this masculine energy is the stronger energy in you, then you have to work on your feminine energy. And when I say masculine and feminine, again, in order to understand this whole concept, of course, I'm not going to be able to summarize it here in 10-15 minutes. You'll have to read the book. That's why I wrote the book, because I knew that it's not going to cut it for the videos. There's so many details that go into it. But basically, when I say masculine energy, I mean, somebody who's logical, who is strong, who has more like a black and white thinking, very reserved usually, not very expressive, very powerful, very confident. And somebody who is feminine energy is somebody who is very expressive, loving, free-spirited, very creative and compassionate and caring. Again, we're all both, and that's the exciting part. We all have both these energies inside of us, but one of them is our strength. Once we figure out the strength, and that's what the book tells you, it starts sort of with a basic explanation, then there's a quiz on how to figure out what is your strength energy. Once you figure out your strength energy, then the rest of the book is sort of figuring out how you can balance out the energy that is not your strength. And another reason why I'm so excited for this book to go out into the world, and that's one of the reasons why I wrote it, because I truly believe it's going to help so many people accept themselves as they are. And I know that because I've accepted myself as I am after becoming aware of the bingo theory. What I mean by that, when you look at me even, can you guess what is my strength energy from what I just explained in the last few minutes? Would you say it is the feminine energy or the masculine energy? And I'll just give you a moment here because a lot of you guys do know me quite well, and a lot of you might be guessing right now that is a feminine energy just because I dress up, I do my hair, I express in the videos, and I do a lot of creative things. Maybe some of you are guessing it's masculine energy. I'll just tell you right now, in reality, my strength energy is masculine energy. It's not feminine energy. And I consider myself a bingo. And really what bingo is somebody who has both masculine and feminine energy sort of balanced. And that is the ultimate goal of this book, of this life. We come to this world to learn how to be balanced and how to use both of our masculine and feminine energy. Once we do that, we're able to live fully. And it's sort of having your left brain and right brain and only using one side of the brain. Like, why would you not use the second side of the brain? So it's the same thing how energy works. You have both masculine and feminine energy, and if you just use your masculine energy, then you're just living sort of one-sided. You're not using your love, your compassion, your expressiveness, your creativity. And if you're just living in your feminine energy, then you're not using your strength, you're not using your power, you're not using your decisiveness. So like I said, I'm a masculine strength female, although I consider myself, somebody who is striving every day to be a bingo. And bingo, the reason I called it a bingo, I'll just deviate from that point for a second, is that sort of, when you're playing the game, if you've ever played bingo and you get the winning combination, you're like, bingo, I won, I got the winning combination. So it's the same thing in life. You want to have that winning combination of masculine and feminine energy inside inside of you where you feel completely balanced and at peace with yourself. And when you are completely balanced and at peace with yourself and your feminine and masculine energy, you have wonderful relationships in your life, in your business. You're just very balanced, you're very happy. It's sort of what guys call the perfect 10 when they're looking for the girl, or we call the Prince Charming when we're looking for the perfect man who is not only romantic but also strong and protective, but also caring and compassionate. Characteristics that I'm sharing right now are very different. Some of them are feminine, some of them are masculine, and that is truly the secret of being healthy, balanced, is to have the masculine and feminine balanced inside of you. So like I mentioned, I'm a masculine strength female. The reason I call it strength is because your strength energy is truly your superpower. It is what comes easy to you. Once you realize that, again, you balance out what's sort of lacking and underdeveloped in you. For me, that was my feminine energy, and still is. I mean, I work really hard on bringing it out by, learning to take care of myself, to be more compassionate with myself, learning to let go. These are all the things that come easy to the feminine energy, but don't come easy to somebody who's got more masculine energy. The reason I know that I'm masculine energy is that my whole life I was more of a tomboy. I'm very decisive, I'm very strong, I'm very logical. I think with my brain more than I think with my heart. I mean, I think with my brain first. But again, I have learned, because I've evolved, and especially now that I'm aware of this, to again use both of the heart and the brain at the same time. And that is the logical side, the masculine side and the feminine side. If you look at Alex, can you guys guess what his strength energy is? Alex is actually a feminine strength male, and that's another thing. That's the reason why we get along so well, and that's the reason why our relationship works so well. You know how they say opposites attract, but in reality, when people say that, you assume it's like opposite what? Like opposite personalities, opposite characteristics. Like when people say that, I think subconsciously they mean the opposite energy. So when you have somebody who is feminine and masculine that come together, it's sort of like a mirror. You look at the opposite of yourself, and that person brings out what you're lacking, and then that person looks at you and you bring out what they're lacking, and you sort of have a really nice dynamic working where you each help each other balance out. And that's what Alex and I have. And again, this is regardless of whether you're male or female. I want you guys to clear that idea out of your head. You could be a female, a woman with a stronger masculine energy, and that's a lot of women in this world right now, as you can see. There's lots of girl power happening, but it's always been like this. It's just now we're becoming more aware and comfortable to sort of own it. And same with men. Men are becoming comfortable and aware of the fact that they have feminine energy and they express it a lot more, and they're cool with that. And it's wonderful to see us as humans evolve, and I think this book just explains it so much more. Again, I could sit and talk about this for hours, but I'll just say one last thing is that, that's the dynamic in the relationship, is when you have the opposites. For example, like I am a female who has stronger masculine energy, Alex is a male who has a stronger feminine energy. You have that beautiful bingo relationship where you help each other balance out, and the dynamic works absolutely beautifully and effortlessly. Now, of course, there's other type of relationships where you have two feminine energies, man and woman, or same sex, or you have two masculine relationships. I actually know a lot of couples in my life who are both masculine, both very strong, very powerful personalities, and that can have a lot of tension. Those relationships are not so effortless. So in bingo theory, I go into detail on how different dynamics, how different relationships can work depending on their balance. And that's why it took so long to write this, because there was a lot of research that went into it, and research mainly even like researching people that I know in my life, talking to different couples, trying to figure out what works for who, how to make things better. And then all of that advice is presented here in different case studies with actual guidelines. So it's not an actual book that you just read and you're like, okay, I get this theory. No, this actually gives you practical advice, and it's sort of a guide to help you balance out first yourself, because if you're single and you want to attract somebody balanced, you won't be able to do that unless you're balanced. So you have to always start with yourself. Once you're balanced, then you can attract a balanced person. And once you understand this concept, you will definitely be attracting somebody who is the right fit for you. So I'm gonna stop here because I can, like I said, I can talk about this for hours, but I think it's gonna be wonderful if you guys read the book. I'm so excited for you guys to read the book. And of course, before I end this video, I have to say something else that is very exciting. I'm announcing a giveaway that Alex and I are doing. And basically any one of you who gets this book and supports this book, which I would truly, truly appreciate, guys, because I wrote this for you guys and I'm so excited to hear your feedback. I'm so excited to hear your opinion and how this will help you in your life, because I truly believe it will. Once you get the book, read it, because that's very important. And then share your honest feedback and review on Instagram by tagging Bingo Theory and or on Amazon. Of course, I would truly appreciate an Amazon review as well. Again, I just want honest reviews and honest opinions from you guys once you've read the book. And anyone who does this in the next 2 weeks, I'm gonna link everything down below, all the details on how you can enter. You will be eligible to win. What are you gonna be winning? A very exciting gift, which is gonna be coming to London for a weekend, all expenses paid by Alex and I, and also having a dinner with Alex and I. Very private dinner. We can talk about life, relationships, we can talk about Bingo Theory and many other things. So it's gonna be very exciting. I cannot wait to hear you guys' feedback. I cannot wait to welcome you to London and have dinner with you guys. So it could be you, honestly, it could be you watching it right now. So make sure to get a copy, make sure to leave me a review. I will totally appreciate it. And I'm so excited for this to finally go out into the world, because I had so much fun writing this. It's like so much love and sweat and tears have gone into this, and I'm just really, really looking forward to you guys to enjoy this and for this to make your life better. Thank you so much for watching this. Please make sure to give this video a big thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Love you guys. Bye.